NFL on the Run podcast. The project is co-financed by the European Union.
Hello, I'm Mara Arvai from Hungary. I'm representing JOPA, Youth for Participation Association. And today we will speak about how we can build an amazing, trustful community from young people who maybe have never met before. They just arrive to an organization, to an activity, and then how they can really become a community where they can belong to. So this is our topic, and I have two amazing guests today, one of them from Italy, other one from Slovenia. If I can ask you just to introduce yourself with some words. So let's start with Alessandro.
Hi Mara, hi everyone. I am Alessandro Sanmartin. I come from Valdagno, a little city in Italy, in the north of Italy, and I work in the theatre field. I am an actor, a director, and event organizer. But above all, I focus on education, using theatre as a practice to grow up with young people and children. And I lead a cultural association called Livello 4, Level 4, which works on cultural development in my territory.
Thank you. Eric.
So hello there. My name is Eric Blažić. I come from Slovenia. I'm a scout. I work with children from 6 to 15 years old, and I love it very much.
Thank you. So welcome in this podcast. I would like to ask you to share some nice methods, tools, approaches, stories, examples from your work with young people, how you support them when they arrive to your activity and they don't know each other yet. And then in the end, you can explore that they are like community of your organization where they have the strong feelings to belong to. How you can do this magic with them?
Sure. My work in general is about building communities, and theatre, the essence of theatre since ancient times has always existed to tell humanity about itself and to strengthen the sense of identity and community through a collective ritual. And it still is. The theatre is a collective ritual through which we come to know ourselves and recognize that we are part of something bigger than just us. Now we are in the age of individualism, and we need to find places where we can face something bigger than just me, it's us. And theatre is this for me, has always been this for me when I was younger, and I try to do the same thing with the young people I meet, and especially adolescents. I think they need it in the process of constructing themselves, to identify, to belong. And through theatre workshop, I try to give a home, a place, and create a positive and stimulating environment in which they are protagonists. And to do this, I use rules and rituals. And for example, a workshop session is always different from the others, but there are repeated structures, and every day we find the same moments in the work. For example, at the beginning or the end of every session, we do a circle time where participants can freely share their impressions, opinions about the work and how they feel. And then we have also always a training session consisting in physical, vocal, emotional exercises. And I think that's very important because this physical training is also a spiritual practice to set a mood and to create a shared alphabet in which we can recognize ourselves. And I know I can communicate with you in this way, with this alphabet, because of the theatrical language we use.
Thank you, Alessandro. I was thinking meanwhile that each community has a common values and norms. What are the values and the norms of your community, what you establish with young people on behalf of your organization?
I always say 3 words, the rules, the general rules of everything in my work. And the words are respect, that means respect of myself, respect of the others, and respect of the space and the world and everything. And the second one is freedom to express yourself, freedom to be different, strange, wrong, everything. So freedom from the judgment. And the third word is listening. How difficult it is to learn in our everyday life, to learn to listen the others in a deep mood.
Could you share a story as a good example that you are proud of on behalf of your organization about a group of young people that maybe it was challenging to support them to become a real community? And how did you manage that?
I can talk about this little exercise. It's very simple. Everyone can do this. Is a little ritual. You ask each participant to create a little gesture that represent themselves. And then you, forming a circle, you can ask them to show each gesture one by one, and collectively you copy these gestures. After that, you compose a short choreography linking all the gesture one to another. And this become a sequence, a movement sequence that can be used every day. And it's just the name of that group made by each of these people. And it's very emotional, and it's a practical way to see that in this work we are all together and everyone is important. So that I can see every day that people that have worked with me 10 years ago still remains in contact, still comes to see, for example, the new final performances of the groups in year by year.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you, Alessandro, for sharing it.
Thank you.
Dear Eric, you are representing a Scout organization, which is an absolutely different field comparing theater organization. So it would be really exciting to hear that as a Scout, I think as like Scout organizations anyway, are really famous about community building. And you are represent really a strong community, a Scout community. So if you can share with us, what does it mean for you to belong to this community?
So basically, being a scout is one of the best things I did in my life. I wasn't a scout when I was little, but I started being a scout, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. And it pulls you in so quickly because of the people you meet there, because of these certain values that you have together, that you all represent the same thing, like the sign you do with the hand, the thumb over the pinky and 3 fingers in the air. They represent the key values of a scout. It represents the duty to others, duty to country and to God, basically, but duty to self and the world brotherhood. Like the big one protects the small one. So we all care for each other. We all care for other people, not necessarily scouts. We all care for the nature, it's a big family for me, for all these empathic people you meet, for all these beautiful people you meet. It just pulls you in and you just become a part of it and you don't even know.
Can you share us some rituals or some traditions that supports you to belong to the Scout community?
So we have our own anthem. And so when you sing the anthem, it's one of the most proud moments you can have as a scout. You're there with all these people feeling the same thing, feeling what's around you. You're there right at that moment. So basically, when I started being a scout, everybody get their own name, like nickname, something like that. And it's funny because when you get the name, you shout your name and they slap you with a stick across your butt. And my name is Deček, which means a boy, because no one could remember my name and I was new. And she said, "Hey, you boy, come here." And I am a boy now, if I can say so. So to my father, or how would I say, that's the guy that hits you with the stick. Because I was the oldest that I joined, he slapped me a bit harder. And I said, "Oh, you didn't slap me hard enough." It was funny, we all laughed. But yeah. With all these different rituals you do together, you become closer with everybody. You learn together, you fail together, you find solutions for certain things together. You're in the middle of the woods, you don't know where to go, it's dark, I don't know, and you're just like, oh, what were you supposed to do? It's crazy because it grows on you so quickly and you don't even know. With the part of scout, you get your scarf, and based on the color, you belong into some certain group of people. Like the groups are divided by age, and with age, you are supposed to have more and more responsibility in this big family of scouts. So children that come to scouts at young age of 5, 6, they are called bees and teddy bears with a red scarf, and then you progress with certain age to a green scarf and that you earn a name with the green scarf, that you're a tree person, or how would I say, the forest person, because you are exploring the forest. And with, again, onwards, you gain a blue scarf. And with the blue scarf, you take over the green or the red scarves. Like, you become their leader because you're old enough, because you have certain knowledge, some certain things you need to teach them, because you're old enough to do it, to take your part of the responsibility in the family. And after the blue ones comes the orange one. I am the orange one, and we are the explorers of the world, basically, because we are not just exploring the forest anymore, but we explore the world, the mind, the things that you need in life. And when you're old enough, you just get the purple one, because the purple is the royal one, the eldest one. If you want to progress to the next scarf, you need to have certain knowledge. And it's a motivation, and, oh, I will get a new scarf, I need to do this. It pushes children themselves that, oh, I'll have a green scarf, that's amazing, I'll be older, that's crazy. As a leader of this small group I have first grades, second grades, so basically the red scarves one, the smallest one. Through certain games and plays, you teach them things that you don't learn anywhere else. You don't learn that stuff in school. You learn it at Scouts in the middle of the woods. That's where you learn life lessons.
Thank you, Eric. If I understood well, then community building is really linked to different, like your experiences and your age, that how long you are a scout, what type of experiences you have. And you express this through the scarves, the color of the scarves. And then it's a good motivation as well to young people to engage long-term and become full member of the community. It's like, if I understood well, then you start as a newcomer, you start with a certain color, and then in one moment, in the process itself, the process of community building through the rituals, you achieve different colors, and then you will be a leader one day, like supporting the newcomers who are coming. It's a really beautiful example. Thank you very much, Eric. And I think thank you very much for both of you, this interesting discussion. We could really learn a lot of interesting things from your daily work experiences. That's for sure that we can use it in other different fields as well. Thank you.
Thank you.